I have an issue with this lava lamp that I purchased at a yard sale for $2. Completely brand new and it works fine. The issue is it's been so hot lately, like in the 90s, that even in here with the air conditioning, it's still just really warm, like 80 something. So the lava lamp gets too warm and all the wax of the lava just hovers at the top. And then like eventually one of the little things, like one of the little, ping pong ball sized whatever, globules drops to the bottom, warms up enough and then floats right to the top. So they're all just sitting up there. So the lava lamp's getting too hot. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to replace the bulb. And it's a 25 watt bulb. I could find like a 20 watt bulb or something. Can't find it with the right little screw threads. So then I was like, oh, I wonder if I could just use some sort of a dimmer. So I looked online, boom, people do it all the time. So I picked up a dimmer. It was like $9, and it's an inline dimmer. So what you do is you cut the wire, and then you put it in line, and then you can adjust. So that's what I'm going to do. So stay tuned. Okay, so I read the directions for this thing, and I had a genius idea. Take this apart and just put this in where this was. But this doesn't have the two ends of the cord completely cut. And then I figured, well, you know what? Having an extra on-off kind of thing wouldn't be the worst thing in case one of them fails or whatever. This one, I'm thinking. So what I did was I cut the cord, cut the cable, okay, and then if you just take a little wire cutters and in between the two parts, just kind of give it a little snip. Okay, that separates them a little bit. So then we need to strip the ends of this off because if we look at this thingy, okay, there is a way to get that off. I read the directions. It said this thing just pops out. Okay, this is supposed to pop off. So, I'll be right back. I'm going to see if I can undo it. The button did come off. Very difficult to get it to come off. But now we have this. And what happens is the wires go into 1 and 2, and then you tighten the little screws that hold it in, as well as make the connection with the bare wire. Of course, I don't have a wire stripper, but I do have my little handy dandy knife. So I'm just carefully going to cut little bits and then do this like completely the wrong way. Yeah, this will take a couple minutes, so I will do this off camera. I mean, if you don't know how to, obviously I don't, but if you don't know how to strip insulation off of a wire, then maybe you shouldn't be fooling around with this. But I just did one of them. So I'll be back. I'm going to do the other 1, 2, 3. All right, that wasn't so bad. So then what I do is it's all stranded wire, so I just kind of twist to help it all to stay together. And then if you look in here, there's a little spot on both sides to put this into, and you just put them in like they're supposed to, and then you tighten these two screws. So I'm holding them in and I'm tightening the screws. This way. I think it's going to be easier. Yes. Okay, and this holds them in, holds the wires in, as well as makes the metal on metal connection. Okay, nice and tight. Now, I'm going to do this other side. Okay. Okay, and what we want to do is make sure that we check, okay, this wire on this side has the writing on it, and this on the other side does not. So we want to keep the writing side of the wire on the correct side. Okay, just that way you don't run the risk of this metal, which shouldn't be an issue, but you don't want to run the risk of that metal accidentally becoming like hot and having, you know, an electrical voltage in it. So I'm going to do this other side. I'm going to strip the two wires. I'm going to put them in and tighten it up, and then we'll see if it works. I have it all hooked together, and before I put everything completely back the way it should be, I'm going to test it, and hopefully I'm not going to electrocute myself. So, hey, look at that. It clicks on and gets brighter and brighter and brighter. Nice. So there we are. Okay, now I just put the little case back on it and everything with the little turny button and everything, and we will test it out. But that's how you put a dimmer in line on a lava lamp. So it is working great. It's kind of slower and lazier, and before it was all like much smaller globs of lava, and like a quarter the size of those, and they would all just end up hovering at the top, and then one or two would kind of fall down, warm up, and then shoot right back up to the top. Here it's like, as you can see, it's really kind of slow and up and down and back and forth. So it totally 100% worked. Unbelievable.